Wing Chun is a subtle yet very effective system of Chinese Kung Fu. It was the original style studied by Bruce Lee. According to the legend, Wing Chun was devised by a Buddhist nun and first taught to a young girl who used her skill in fighting to defeat a local bully who attempted to rape her. Originally a secret family system, Wing Chun was only taught openly when the legendary Grandmaster Yip Man came to Hong Kong to escape the oppressive communist regime. Simplicity and economy of movement are the cornerstones of the Wing Chun system. Whilst the style does not easily lend itself to display or sport, it is direct and devastatingly effective as a fighting method. Typical techniques include short, fast strikes from both hands, low kicks, centerline control and trapping of the limbs where necessary. It is possible for a complete novice to become competent in Wing Chun within 1 year, although, as with any true art, practical ability is only the beginning. There is always room for deeper exploration and personal development. Hi, I'm Alan Gibson. I've been training in Wing Chun for 15 years now. I founded the Wing Chun Federation as a response to the political infighting that's been going on in the Wing Chun world. It's a non-political organisation. Our objective is to teach quality Wing Chun in a relaxed and accessible manner, with the emphasis on good technique and personal development. Effective Wing Chun can be learned simply with commitment and patience. A high level of proficiency can be attained quickly and with ease. A sensible warm-up and stretching regime found in any sports manual is always a good place to start before training. In terms of exercise, traditionally Wing Chun in Hong Kong advocates flexibility in the upper body, especially the shoulders, as well as power training. But for the lower half, cardiovascular exercises are best, such as running, skipping, etc., to develop lightness on the feet and mobility. Both Bruce Lee and Wong Sheng Lung were good dancers. Okay, I'm going to talk about the basic Wing Chun stance now. Stance is very simple in Wing Chun. You can find it as you would at the beginning of the first form or the second form. You bend the knees, push the toes out, put the weight on the toes and push the heels out. That just finds the width of your stance, which is roughly about shoulder width. The back is straight and the back is sunk about 4 or 5 inches down. Hips rotate forward. Look at that from the side. You can see the knees bend, feet go out, and the hips push down. When the hips push down, you get a straight line which comes from the knee right through the body and the hips up to the shoulders. Shouldn't be bent forward at all. From this position, the weight is over the centre of the stance. I can rotate the whole body 180 degrees, nice and simple. If I want to move forwards, I push with the rear leg. If I want to move backwards, I push with the front leg. This keeps the hips in position. If I do that from the other side, if I turn, my weight is still over the centre of the stance, my body's still got a straight line, and my shoulders should be square to wherever I'm facing. If I move forwards, push with the rear leg, move backwards, push with the front leg. When I stop, my stance should be still in the same position. Okay. Punching in Wing Chun is pretty much always the same. The basic punch is illustrated in the start of the first form, Silim Tao. Fist comes onto the centre and is pushed out, driven by the elbow. Importantly, the fist is always rising. At the end of the punch, the knuckles push forward, be hit with the bottom 2 knuckles. The reason the knuckles push forward is if I keep my wrist stationary when I punch, even though the fist comes up at first, you see at the end that it drops down and the elbow pops up. If the elbow pops up, this now makes this line of power go downwards. This means that I'm not hitting with my stance, I'm hitting with my weight. If the line of the power is always coming upwards, the reaction force will go down into my stance, which will make you strong, which means I'm hitting from the stance. So the basic rule of Wing Chun punching is to punch directly from where your hand is, directly to the target, and make sure the fist is always rising. If you're in your stance strongly, when you hit, the punch should knock the person off their stance or uproot them. If you punch one after another, first hand punches, if that gets blocked, the next punch follows. The rear hand just lines up. When you're hitting, if you keep your palms facing slightly upwards, this will tend to make the elbows sink downwards, which will make your punch stronger and use your stance more effectively. You can turn, you can hit from any angle you like, as long as the knuckles point to the target. Okay, just to reiterate that point from the side view now, as long as my elbow points to the floor, my palm points upwards slightly, the elbow is lower than the wrist, so that when the punch is driven out from the elbow, the line of force is constantly going upwards. The hand is still relaxed, and at the end of the punch, the base knuckles push forward. This is to maintain this line of power back down into my stance, so that when I hit with my movement, with the turn, power comes off the stance and upwards into my enemy. Okay, one of the reasons Wing Chun is so fast in practice, and why Wing Chun practitioners seem to know beforehand what's going to happen before it actually happens, is because we use what's called a contact reflex. We can use this because we're in close proximity to the person.